Yeah, I got cut off by an ad. All right, so that's what happened. Just stuff like that. Yeah. So to know who they are is, from my experience, it's usually the people who are jealous of you, and you just trying to go about your life. You're just trying to better your life, and you may have picked up haters along the way because there may be stuff that you're unaware of that you've achieved that they haven't achieved, or and there's other things that they don't have the courage to go after, and you're this close to getting it because you've put in all this effort and you made all this progress, whatever that may be. Or um, it could be anything, or it just is something that you have that they're jealous of, and that's what it is. So now you got a couple of signs, you got a couple of answers why, and you got some means of fighting back. Now, another thing is from my personal experience, I found out that this happens more often in more. Uh, Now, I don't have. Well, I used to not have any judgments towards the lower socioeconomic people because I was one of them. And even though I was brought up in a family that were quite well to do financially, I was abused by them, verbally, physically, and um, I was even washed in showers until I was 9. So I did not look down upon those people. I didn't even look at it that way. I uh, I didn't care about the money. And so what happened was I've experienced that the gang stalking for me came from those areas. You know, and once I started to trying to better myself, it was all these people trying to do fear tactics. And it's very another thing to encourage to you guys is, if it's the headlight stuff and it's other things um like that, like random people that come up to you and say hello, and you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? And you go to another place, that same random person comes up and with another friend, and then you go to another place like 2 days later, the same random person you never met before, you've met like 3 times in the space of a week, comes up out of nowhere and you didn't see them again, and this time they've got another friend. Then they're fucking dodgy. You know what I'm saying? And what makes you what you need to be encouraged about is usually they are the face for the ones that are really jealous of you and really have an issue with you, and those people are too cowardly and too scared to come and talk to you themselves. They're too scared to hassle you themselves for some reason, and when these people are doing it to you, they're usually doing it because they're getting something out of it. Like, this person might um, they might be on the benefit or something, or they might be in a low paying job and willing to do whatever it takes to get money. And you got this asshole idiot who's like, oh yeah, they'll be there at that time. Let's go for a walk. You get to hang out with your mates, and we'll pay for the petrol and all this type of stuff, and all good to go. And then they might say, oh, sometimes he comes along at this time. That's why it's good to switch up your routine sometimes, um, but sometimes in order for you to do your hobbies, when they're done with classes and other people, you've got those routines for that reason. So can't change that, but you can change your own personal stuff, And they come along, they do that, and the other person might say, "Oh, and not only that, if you get information, try and get information out of this person so that I can do what I can to make sure that they don't achieve this or something." Because I've had that happen to me before. So if they get that information, they might get $20 or $30, and they're willing to do that to you for that $20 or $30, as well as acceptance by their little group. And the person who has a real issue with you, 9 times out of 10, they will never come to you themselves. So also be encouraged that they are a bunch of pussy-made little cowards, and the ones usually confronting you usually don't have an issue with you. They're doing it to get something out of someone who's giving something to them who does have an issue with you, but they're too chicken shit to come and see you. So there's some signs, and obviously, if that's the type of people you're bumping into, you don't want to be telling them what you're doing. They're going to try and sabotage your options. So that's how you defeat them. You just don't tell them. But if you see this other stuff, and that's why you shouldn't really be telling anyone your goals or your aspirations or your career stuff until you get to know them really well. Because there are jealous people that will do anything to either destroy your life, or they know someone that hates you and is willing to give them something in order for them to get information from you to them so that they can do something to sabotage it. Alright. See you guys. Bye bye. That's how you defeat them and always remain courageous. Number one rule: never be afraid. They are the cowards who are afraid of you. See you. Bye bye.